Greetings and welcome back to more F1 25 single player career mode, and welcome to round 9 of the championship. Today we are here in Barcelona, in Catalonia, and it is of course for the Spanish Grand Prix, a circuit that most Formula 1 teams and Formula 1 drivers will be very familiar with, since this is where the official preseason testing used to take place, and we've been racing for so many years at this specific circuit, so that it should be a well-known venue. And we are coming off a very strong weekend, as you can see. Spoilers if you haven't seen the previous episode, I can only highly suggest that you go ahead and watch that one, because as you can see on your screens, we ended up winning the Monaco Grand Prix, quite surprisingly. And not only that, we also managed to snatch pole position in that Grand Prix, so it was a complete dominant weekend from our side, and that means we are currently sitting 7th in the Drivers' Championship. We are 8 points ahead of Antonelli, and in the Constructors' Championship we have opened up a pretty decent gap to Williams in P6 and Alpine in P7, so hopefully we can keep the good trends going forward. But as you can see, heading into qualifying here at Catalonia, it is going to be wet, and so is the beginning of the race. I did see the forecast before we went into the practice sessions, and seems like, as you can see, I could actually just show you here. There you can see it. It is set to dry up towards the end of the race. So the reverse of what happened in Monaco. We started dry, and then right at the end it ended up becoming a wet race. But I'm not expecting similar things here in Spain as we get ready for qualifying. I'm not expecting to be fighting for victories, but hopefully for some good points.
Hello everyone, it is a track the drivers know oh so well. It is qualifying in Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix.
And quite surprisingly, it is only overcast, so it seems like the qualifying sessions will be plagued by rain later on, so we need to be quick and get ourselves moving pretty quickly if we want to try and get ourselves on the board before it starts raining. And yeah, you can see in a couple of minutes it's set to start raining.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
So let's head out on track as quickly as possible. See if we can pump in a quick lap before it starts raining. That would be very lovely indeed. And we're still carrying the broken battery, unfortunately, or the worn battery should I say, because if I was to change it for this race we would end up racking up a penalty, which I don't really want. So we're just gonna have to deal with it as best as possible. You can see the fully charged is now at 89%, so we've lost 11% of charge that we are just not able to charge at all on the battery anymore. And it is indeed looking very gloomy here in Catalonia, so it might be the only chance we get to post a lap on dry tires, so we need to make it count. But I did just check our stats before I went into this qualifying session, and our qualifyings have been really solid actually this season. Our average qualifying position sits at 7th, meanwhile our average finishing position is 11th. So we are at the moment qualifying better than what we are finishing. which is obviously not the way we want things to be. So let's see if we can change that. A good first couple of corners. Barcelona, not one of my stronger tracks, unfortunately. So again, it is a track where we're just gonna have to take what is given to us as the weekend progresses. Oh, almost spinning it up there on the curbs. We're almost losing the car there. Pierre Gasly to the top of the timesheets. The first driver to cross the line. And hopefully we can at least beat him. I would hope so, at least. Put the battery on and over the line. No, we don't even beat Gasly.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. And Lawson ahead of us as well. To be fair, we weren't utilizing the battery as best as possible. And we did make a couple of mistakes. So we are going to have to go back into the pits. And then I think we might need to go again. Yeah, Behrman ahead of us as well. That is usually an indication that we are not doing too well. No disrespect towards Ollie at all.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
So back to the pits with us. Let's see what we can do. We did make a couple of mistakes on our lap, so there is some improvements to be found.
Five minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Alright. So 5 minutes until the rain starts to fall, according to Mark. We need to be quick with it then. We really do.
It looks like rain is inbound and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the rain.
Alright, so we're running against the clock here to try and get a second attempt in before the rain starts to fall. It should be possible. Let's see. We also need to, I need to quickly check where we need to find the improvements. So at the moment we are 4/10 down on our teammate. And the majority of the time loss is in sectors 2 and 3. Alright.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
That is also where we made the mistakes, so it does make sense that those are the sectors that we see the biggest time loss at. But let's try again. We just have to go again. At the moment we are in 10th. Colapinto behind us. So he's also not performing that well here in Spain. Hulkenberg behind us as well. Stroll behind us. Okay, so there is a couple of drivers who are still behind us. That is good news for us.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
And this is just all about making it through. Whoa. We lose the car there through the chicane. Do also have to apologize for my voice. I am recovering a little bit from some illness. So, if my voice is not the clearest, that is the reason why. But here we go. Let's give it another try, see if we can get a good lap on the board. We can use a little bit more ERS than what I actually did at the start, or in our first attempt. Not the best way through the first two corners, unfortunately. But some decent traction in the mid part of turn 4. We are slightly up on our previous best. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Much better traction through there that time around. And we are 7/10 up on our previous best. Now we just need the last corner not to spin. I did do that a couple of times in practice, but across the line, and we are up to P10.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
So a decent lap there, not the best, but also not the worst. We should be safe for Q2.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
I'm pretty sure. There's still more to be found. We didn't have the best couple of first corners. So still improvements to be found, but we are... Well, we are a little bit further down in the midfield than we are used to. Seems like this is a track where the AI doesn't get nerfed, thankfully. That is always nice. But it, as I said, it should be good enough for Q2. It seems like Ollie is gonna participate in Q2 as well. We have a couple of upgrades for this race as well, so it does make sense that he is also fighting at the more fun end of the grid, which is lovely. There we go. We should be through. I think we are through. And now it's just a question that I don't think the track is going to get any better from here. And I do think the rain is starting to fall. And if that is the case, it means that no one is going to find an improvement. So it should be good enough. Should be good enough. Let's check really quickly. It doesn't seem like anyone wants to go out on track. So our 1:13.3 is good enough. Colapinto and Sainz out on the track. Doesn't seem like that helped them at all. The rain is starting to fall. And both myself and Oliver Behrman make it through to Q2. I think this is only the second time we both have made it through the first part of qualifying. And falling at the first hurdle, you have Colapinto, who for some reason has a 5-position grid drop. Not that that's going to do anything to his qualifying at all. And then Carlos Sainz, quite surprisingly as well, not making it through. His teammate all the way up in P8. So a poor showing from the Spaniard. And then the two kick Saubers with Bortoleto spearheading Nico Hulkenberg. And the last one to not make it through is Isaac Hadjar. And yeah, we are in the mix, I think. Depending on how the track evolves. Obviously now it's starting to rain, so I'm not expecting that there's going to be any improvements to the track. Let's see, what do the team think? They think a soft tyre is viable.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Well, let's give it a go then. See if that is true. We need to be quick with the new set of softs. Let's have a look here. It is a new set of softs, okay. So we just need to absolutely gun it. Try and get the best out of it. We don't have time to sit around and just wait for conditions to improve, because they're not going to improve. But I do fear that once we get around to start our lap, that it's not quite going to be grippy enough. But we're going to give it a go regardless. We have time to set a lap time on the intermediates, if that should be necessary. DRS still active, so no problems there, but we could be in trouble, I think. Here we go. Let's begin our lap. See what we can do. Whoa! And that is a poor start to the lap. We managed to catch it. But the grip levels are very, very low right now. I don't think this is gonna work. We'll give it a good shot. See what happens. Oh, grip levels really, really low. We don't lose. We lose too much time to get an invalidation. But yeah, it's very tricky right now. But I did see there was a couple of drivers who stayed inside the pits. Maybe we can get an opportunity to beat them if we're lucky. But yeah, grip levels really, really low right now. Difficult keeping the car planted at the moment. Let's give it full beans coming out of the final corner here. We're nearly 3 seconds off from Piastri's lap time. Let's try it again. See if it works.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
DRS is still active. So the FIA doesn't think that it's wet enough to deactivate it just yet. We're going to improve by nearly 2/10. It's not going to do anything to our position.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
And we're going to have to complete a whole lap in low fuel mode. Oh, I hope no one beats that lap time. Here we go. A long way back home. Car is not feeling too well as well. We have a limping battery at the moment. But it is what it is. Behrman has beaten us. Yeah, we are out of qualifying here, I think. We are not going to find an improvement that is good enough.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Alrighty. So they still think that dry tyres are the best option. I mean, I have one trick up my sleeve I could try and use. I could try and lower the pressure on the tyres. It's going to give me some more tyre wear, but it should
okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
Should be enough to maybe give us some more grip. You never know. But into the pits we go. And we're down in P15. Not even Ollie has made it into the top 10. Oh dear. So we are the worst qualifier on track at the moment. This is not good. This is really not good. I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment. The weather is increasingly getting worse and worse. Are they still out on... They're still out on slick tires. How much are we missing? We're missing 6/10 to only beat Pierre Gasly. Oh dear. I don't think we have what it takes here today. That really sucks. What about the energy storage? Ooh, no, we'll have to wait with that. With the changing of the component. Which tire is... This tire has the least amount of tire wear. Let's see if we can change the tire pressures. Just gonna lower them all the way down. See if that helps with the grip. It's the only opportunity we have, I feel like. So, it's the last ditch effort. Wonder if it's gonna work. There we go. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we're not improving, unfortunately. Ah, that really sucks. Oh well. Let's increase the tire pressures again for the race. We should be So we're going to be starting P15 for the Spanish Grand Prix. And after the jubilations in Monaco, it's a bit of a rough callback to reality. It was a one-off weekend for us in Monaco. And we're not going to replicate any sorts of similar levels of qualifying here. We are out in Q2 here in Spain, and we're qualifying P15. Oliver Behrman ahead of us, and both Alonso and Tsunoda also not making it through. Quite surprisingly, Liam Lawson has made it through. Albon all the way up in P5, so maybe he's looking to cut into the points gap we have opened up to him and to Williams in the Constructors' Championship. But a bit of a disappointing one. It is what it is. I mean, when weather like that hits, it's unfortunate, and we're just gonna have to take it on the chin and then head into the race, where it looks like we're going to be starting, I would think, on intermediates, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be heavy rain, though. Win by miles. Alright, Mark, he's positive. I'm not so positive about this one, but we're going to give it our best shot and see what we can do here for the Spanish Grand Prix, round 9 of the championship. And, well, there's not much more we can do than just pray and hope that everything falls into place for us, and that if it dries up, that we nail the crossover period and manage to catch the other drivers off guard. That would be very nice indeed, I think. But here we go, heading into... Oh, yeah, that looks like wet weather tyres.
Max Verstappen's first win for Red Bull on debut here. One of the great dramatic days in Formula One after the clash on the first lap of Hamilton and Rosberg. The entire crowd at Turn 7 on their feet, cheering. An extraordinary race. It's always a treat to come back here for the Spanish Grand Prix. The Circuit of Barcelona Catalunya today comes equipped with wet weather. It's a long run down from pole position to turn 1 here. It's the first of 16 corners that run to 2.9 miles. We have a mixture of high and low speed corners with 2 DRS zones and that fiddly chicane to close the lap. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up.
That chicane doesn't exist anymore.
Exciting qualifying session.
It is what it is, I suppose. Let's see what the grid looks like.
Put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Piastri, Charles Leclerc, and Hamilton. Antonelli, Albon, Stroll, and Fernando Alonso. Tsunoda, Behrman, Pierre Gasly, Iceman, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Nico Hülkenberg, and Carlos Sainz. Lawson and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So both Lawson and Colapinto carrying penalties.
Welcome to the commentary box.
So we gain a position.
Alongside us for this one is Naomi Schiff. It feels like an obvious question, but I think everyone wants to know. At this stage, are you nervous or excited?
It certainly is a time leading up to the race where drivers feel quite nervous because that adrenaline is starting to build and it gets into your mind. So you've got to stay focused, try not to distract yourself too much. But I will say that it's once the formation lap starts, at least it was for me, that was a time where the nerves started to calm down and I got really honed in and focused on the start that was coming.
Okay, a points finish might be difficult today, but just give it your best shot.
I'm going to give it my very best, Mark. You know it. We're going to carry as little fuel as I dare do. You know what? Let's carry a little bit less, because I do think we might be able to save up a little bit of fuel, especially here in the wet. It should be possible. But we get elevated 1 position. We're going to be starting P14 instead of P15. Not that that's going to change a whole lot. We're still starting outside the points. And it is going to be difficult, I think, to get into the points here today. But again, you never know. I mean, it could dry up quickly enough. We might be looking at a switch to intermediates at some point. You never know.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Okay. So, rain is easing up a little bit, according to Mark. But it's still going to be a while before we are even thinking about moving over to the intermediate tires, it seems, especially with this much water on the track. So we're going to have to do our very best to avoid contact and maybe gain a few positions and see what we can do from there. But it looks like we're going to be fighting with the mid-pack here in today's race. They look pretty fast, not gonna lie. But hopefully we can find some of that magic, find some of the special sauce that gives us the edge over the other drivers. That remains to be seen. But yeah, we haven't driven this track in full wet conditions this weekend, so it's also going to be a learning experience the first couple of laps. Where are the braking zones and how much grip do we have? Oh, not run into the back of our teammate here.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
But here we go. The 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix are on, and we are ready to get racing. Get a decent start, it seems. We are tucked up behind our teammate.
The energy store's depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
We are down the inside of Pierre Gasly. We are able to do the Frenchman down the inside. Oh, but these conditions are very tricky indeed. He's down our inside again. Meanwhile, our teammate challenging Yuki Tsunoda, P11. Go on, Ollie. Traction is very limiting. Oh, and we've run very wide, coming through the uphill corner here for the first time. We need to take a little bit more speed out of the corner before we decide to turn in. But a clean start, at least.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
But not the easiest conditions to work with. And our teammate has struck away from us. Building a gap, slowly. Conditions are very tricky indeed. Oh, we've run a bit wide heading into turn 4. Gasly around the outside.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
Yeah, traction is very difficult in these conditions. I should have taken pressures out of the tires, because this is very tricky indeed. Feels like I have no grip. I have no confidence on the throttle at all.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
At the moment we are protecting our teammate, at least. At least we are doing that good. Ooh, into the gravel there. That's not the way to go about things.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
Alright. So according to Mark, intermediates not long away before we are looking at a switch to the green-walled tires. Interesting. It's definitely not yet, that is for sure.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
This is going to be a very long Grand Prix if this is how it continues to go. But we're just going to have to do the dirty work. And then maybe we can profit of it later on. You never know. I'm gonna try and move the brake bias a bit, see if it helps. We are working away at it. We're getting some good... We're starting to get a little bit of consistency into our driving, which is nice. We are slowly pulling away from Gasly. We are trying to, at least. Accidentally left the battery on. Whoops. We're going to be a little bit more vulnerable going down this back straight
now.
here.
We're going to have to change strategy, so it's time to box.
Oh.
Confirmed.
Our team thinking about a switch to the intermediates as we get attacked by Gasly, because we ran out of battery at the end of the straight. Alrighty.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.7 seconds. The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Alrighty. When did he want us to pit? Around lap 4. Okay. Between lap 4 and 19. That's quite the gap there, Mark.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
And our teammate into the pits. Interesting. We're going to take one more lap.
Ollie's in the pits. Ollie in the pits now.
We're going to have one more lap on these tyres.
The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, mate. Lawson behind. It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please. Okay, mate. I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag.
Having to concentrate quite a bit to try and keep the car on the track. At the moment, it's really difficult, and the rain has stopped falling.
Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
Yeah, but we are pitting. Don't worry, Mark. I am going at it, and I'm gonna pit, don't worry. There we go, into the pits, and onto a set of intermediate tyres. That should take us quite the distance.
Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
And we have been undercut by, I think, like 3 drivers. Sainz gets ahead of us as well.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road.
This is a very difficult Grand Prix that it's turned into. I'm gonna try something here, see if it works. Alright.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well.
Alright, 10 minutes, according to Mark, before we start to see the rain completely disappear. And then we are going to start having to think about potential switch to slick tires. Hulkenberg and Sainz in front of us, slowly starting to battle. That's going to close us up right up to them. Some more of that, please. I wouldn't mind.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.7 seconds.
But we're breaking away from Lawson now.
Gap to your teammate
so
ahead,
that's good.
8.5 seconds.
Max Verstappen with the fastest lap. We're also roughly setting into a rhythm now. Nice and quietly. We're not really catching the two in front of us as much as I had hoped. That's fine. It is hovering around that 2.5 seconds. So it's okay at the moment. As for fuel, we are doing well, and tire wear is also looking absolutely spiffing. Now they're starting to battle again.
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag. That is that Hadjar? That is Isaac Hadjar.
Okay, safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
That is absolutely
Okay, slow
clutch.
down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. 10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Flick it into lean. We don't actually need to. We've saved up enough fuel. It's a safety car. Interesting. Does that mean anyone is going to make a
Okay, I
pit
think
stop?
we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Doesn't look like anyone is making a pit stop. But that has really saved our race, I think. I do genuinely think that really has helped us. Now we can just monitor tire temps. It doesn't look like it's overheating just yet. But we're only a third of the race distance through, so we might be looking at a switch to a set of hard tires to try and take them to the end at some point. But a safety car at a very crucial moment that could help us. At the moment, where is the safety car, I wonder? We haven't quite caught the safety car queue yet. That's right around the final corner, it seems. So after a very unfortunate pit sequence that saw us drop 3 positions, we're going to have another opportunity to regain those 3 positions after this safety car. So that is very nice. Thank you very much, Hadjar. Can't imagine his teammate behind us is too pleased with that safety car. Who knows? Maybe he is. Are we catching the safety car queue? Doesn't feel like it. Where are they? They're right up here, okay. Hopefully we will catch them now. Tires starting to rubber in as well, so that is very nice as well. We just did our fastest lap, I think. Whoa! We almost into the back of Sainz. I couldn't see where he was. A lapse in concentration from me. Hopefully, doesn't seem like we have any damage to our front wing. Need to stay behind Sainz now. We should get the safety car in this lap, presumably, because everyone has caught up, and I don't think Hadjar retired from the race, so we're probably only missing him at the moment. And Codemasters, you need to fix the safety car system.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
Alrighty. Here we go. Taking our first safety car restart of our career. Let's see what we can do. Don't even know who's leading at the moment, but they decide when we get going. Oh, almost lost the car there.
Green flag. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
Alrighty, will do.
The weather's turning. We think it's time to box now.
Ooh, interesting.
Copy.
Yeah, we're taking a set of hard tires. I don't think it's quite ready yet for slicks, though. I could be wrong. I mean, we need to be bold.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Yeah, I think as well. I don't think slick tires will do that well at the moment. Let's see what the others do. Oh, they're boxing. Alright. Sainz continues for another lap. Interesting.
Right, Ollie's coming in for his stop.
So the whole grid is boxing onto slick tires. We need to have a mega in-lap now. We could gain a couple of positions here.
Okay, mate. Sainz ahead. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push, push.
We're pushing. We're pushing. We're halfway through the Grand Prix, and everything has just been turned on its head with the weather change.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.1 seconds.
Is science boxing. He is. Alright. We're gonna follow them in. Need to cover them off.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
Let's see what we can do here. I think we might have gained a few seconds on the drivers that were in front of us.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
There we go.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
I think we might have played a blinder here. Look at this. We have gone from all the way down outside the points to the edge of the podium. We've played a blinder here today. Now we just need to keep it on the track. We should have stayed out for longer. We've
both made our 2 scheduled pit stops now, so this is a genuine fight for position. We should be pretty level on pace, so come on, let's go.
Oh, it's still very wet. We should have stayed out for a couple more laps on the intermediates. This is too early. But the order has been jumbled up. And now we have the opportunity.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
We are on hards compared to Colapinto's mediums. So we need to be careful with him. But what a strategy call from our side of the garage. And now it's getting dry enough that we can start pushing. And purple, final sector, look at this. And Sainz is getting overtaken.
Okay, I
by
think the track's
Norris.
going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres.
It's right on the cusp. Alonso has overtaken Colapinto now. And he is maybe looking at a potential podium at his home Grand Prix, as we almost lose it into the wall there.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Curbs are still very much wet. And off the racing line is a death trap. So we need to keep it cool. But the track is coming to us. Bit by bit. Bit by bit, we are getting faster and faster.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.5 seconds.
Here comes Fernando. To the inside. Oh, as he drives into us. Outbrakes himself there.
Okay, mate, we've got more fuel in hand than we need, so let's push and use it all up.
Not quite sure we are able to do that, Mark.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.3 seconds.
We are pulling a train right now. Absolutely train conducting simulator here today. What are we looking at in terms of tire wear? That is under control as well. The track is getting there now. We're starting to find the pace. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Our straight line speed though is woeful. Look at this. Fernando just able to close right up down the start-finish straight. But the track is now dry and we can start pushing. It is still right on the edge of grip levels. As you can see, curbs are still dangerous, and off the racing line it is still very much danger zone. Here we go.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 7.7 seconds.
Here comes Fernando. I don't think we're able to defend from him this time. Unless... oh, what a send on the Spaniard. Absolute humiliation at his home turf. Gonna recharge the battery a little bit here. As we are running dangerously low. There we go.
Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
I will.
Copy that.
I think if we are boxing again, we might be looking at a medium tyre instead of a hard tyre.
Okay, really, really good. You hit that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
Here comes Fernando again. To the outside, we have the upper hand, because he is on the slippery part of the circuit with the racing line that he's taking. He has to go onto
We're
the wet part.
approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Someone having a mechanical behind us.
Okay, clear.
It seems. What is happening here? Albon is out of the race. And he is having a woeful couple of Grand Prix. He also retired in Monaco with a defect to his car. And 2 races in a row, the Thai driver is not going to reach the checkered flag. And we pulled a decent gap there to Fernando. Purple
Gap to your
sector
teammate behind,
3.
1.7 seconds.
I wonder what position Ollie is in. It looks like he's in the points. So that is really good. Double points finish could be on the cards here today. Maybe.
Caution, caution.
And we are 2/3 of the way through this race. What's the tyre wear looking like? It's not great, but it's also not too bad. We're nursing it right now. We're doing a decent job. Yeah, Sainz, he's still pulling away.
Boxing this lap, give us the best in lap you can.
So we're not able to close him down. It's going to be P4 at best for us today. We just simply don't have the pace to challenge the front three in this one. Pushing a little too hard there. With 10 laps to go. Tyres should be able to hold up for those 10 laps. And Fernando's tyres, or Colapinto's tyres rather, should be starting to degrade a little bit since he is on the mediums.
Pit now, pit now.
We're not pitting. I wonder if any of the other drivers are pitting though. If they have trouble with tyre wear. Oh, they are! No way! So Norris and Sainz into
Norris
the pits.
is stopping now.
No way! And we are up into a podium position here at Spain. If we could just keep the tyres alive and not lose too much time, we could be on for a second podium in a row here in Spain after starting all the way down in P14. No way. Tyres still feel really good. I'm not even going to consider it at the moment. And Leclerc, no, that's Hamilton. Hamilton into the pits. And is he far enough ahead of us that we don't overtake him? Ollie's into the pits. No!
Ollie's in the pits. Ollie in the pits now.
And once again, we are leading a Grand Prix in a Haas. What on earth is happening? No freaking way this is happening.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
No, the tyres are absolutely fine at the moment. I think we could take them to the end. I don't think there's going to be a problem. We might be slow towards the end. Whoa! As I say that, take a little too much curve and we're going to have to let Russell and Colapinto, of all people, go. Oh, what's happened here? There's a Ferrari.
Green flag.
No, Hamilton is out of the race. No way. What is going on in this race?
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it.
And
Keep
Russell
that in mind as
and
you approach.
Colapinto into the pits as well, together with Bortoleto. And that means we inherit the lead once again. Lando Norris, however, might have two things to say about this. Currently in P2 and he is hunting us down. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap. But we have seen we've been able to keep people behind us once they catch up to us. Obviously it's going to be more and more difficult as the tyres go off, but I don't think it's going to be impossible to pull this off. Question is, does the battery last? We are carrying some heavy component wear on the battery especially. Hopefully we don't get an engine failure, that would be horrible. We are going to the end on this tyre set. Sainz and Norris
so we're leading our
relatively
teammate by
close
24.2
behind,
seconds.
but after them it's 12 seconds the gap down to Carlos Sainz, and I don't think it was Hamilton who retired. I don't think anyone retired. Oh no! Oh, we keep it out of the wall, thankfully.
Right, Ollie's coming in for his stop.
Oh no, Ollie into the pits again. He might have picked up some damage. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. Now we just need to work on the tires. Just keep it nice and steady. We don't need to be fast. This is not necessarily a podium race, but we're salvaging points at best, I think. So that's what we're going to do. The tyre wear has been manageable this race, so I see no reason why we shouldn't try and do it. Whew. What a race this is turning out to be. Sainz gonna get a podium here on home turf. Brilliant stuff from him.
Okay, mate, your lap times are all over the place right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this.
We have 5 laps to go for another great result. To be honest, I don't really care if this turns out to be a podium or what it turns out to be. I just want some good points. And that is what we're doing here today. Now we have Hamilton hunting us down, much like in Monaco. And we saw how fast he can be. Whew.
And gap to the car in front, 1.7 seconds.
And we're not catching the car in front, Mark. That is not the goal here today. The goal is just to get to the end on this tyre set. And then we'll see what happens. But we absolutely nailed that crossover period. Good stuff from the team. Hamilton is closing us in now. Need to recharge a little bit so we have something to use down the start-finish straight, and tyres are starting to go off as well. We can't use the curbs as aggressively as I might like. That's just how it is.
The car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second.
Yeah, that is just how it's going to have to be at the moment. We are doing good stuff here. Gap is less than 3 seconds now to Hamilton behind. Ooh, and tyres are starting to really play its part. Hamilton is going to catch us with maybe 2 laps to go. And he's bringing Max Verstappen as well. So not the 2 easiest drivers to go up against, by no means.
Okay, gap ahead, 4.6 seconds.
Oh, and tyres really not liking what we're doing to them right now. And you can hear Hamilton behind us now. Ooh. Oh, keep it out of the way of Verstappen. Get it going again. We're not going to finish on the podium, but we're going to be defending against the two Alpine drivers. Small loss of grip. Going to end up costing a lot here.
Gap to your teammate behind, 39.5 seconds.
Ollie having a horrible race here today. Absolutely not doing any favors to us. Look at the train behind us. The two Alpines bringing the heat, it seems. But we just need to keep it on the black stuff and we should be good. No more silly mistakes. And there's a good bag of points waiting for us if we can manage to do that. Here we go. Lap 31. Sorry, 32. We only have 2 laps to go. We just need to keep it tidy. The Alpines and the Ferrari has broken away from the train. Maybe it's going to be easier to defend against them now once they are alone. We're just going to have to do our best. Man, am I happy I chose to go onto the hard tyres instead of the mediums once we had to box from the intermediates. The final lap of this race.
Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
Around the outside here to try and defend. Oh, the car's getting really tough to drive.
Final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
But a P7 still really good after the qualifying we had. And oh my, what a Grand Prix. This has been the toughest test we've had to endure so far, I think. Really difficult. Especially at the start. Was that Lando Norris who managed to win the Grand Prix, I think? So good on him. But we're going to come home around the final corner here. We're going to finish P7, and considering where we started, that is pretty decent.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
We were very close. And if we had a little bit more tyre life, if the rain had not stopped as quickly, as Carlos Sainz picks up driver of the day, understandable, absolutely understandable.
Out of the last corner for the last time.
If we had just waited a couple of laps
victorious.
with the swap to the dry tyres, I think we could have
Fantastic
rescued a
job out there, and
podium
we
here
know
today.
that this keeps them in the title battle. And although the teams care more about the constructors, we care more about the drivers. So an incredible job out there today.
And Lando Norris with a very well-structured race here today. Carlos Sainz on his home podium.
It was a tough tussle on
for
the
the
racetrack.
first time for Williams.
Now time for the celebrations.
Absolute scenes.
And Lando Norris holds the trophy aloft.
And there we go. The Spanish fans have something to celebrate. One of their own on the podium. Last time that happened was Fernando Alonso back in the day when he was racing for Ferrari. So good to see the Spanish flag on the podium in Spain again. And Max Verstappen completes the podium. And this definitely spices up the Drivers' Championship as well. Not only for ourselves, but also for who is currently
we wrap
leading.
Up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
And Colapinto picking up 4 points for Alpine. Alpine had a good haul of points here today. They pick up 6 points, much like ourselves. Unfortunate that we had that spin so late on. We couldn't really recover, but I mean, we halved our grid position from the start. Colapinto started P20 as well. Gasly all the way down in 13th. So we had a couple of drivers who finished really well, but yeah, I can understand why Sainz gets driver of the day. Started P18, ended up finishing P2. And what about our teammate? He made 4 pit stops, so I think he might have had... Let's have a quick look here at the race director. Anyone? No. Andrea Kimi Antonelli has picked up a warning for a collision with Hamilton, but that's all. So I don't know what happened on Ollie's side of the garage, but there we go. And we get one of our accolades completed. That means we're going to get a good boost on our overalls here. Our stats are going to be boosted quite nicely. And we are now a 70 rated overall driver. And we are absolutely dominating Oliver Behrman in the inter-team rivalry. So very, very good weekend once again from us. We are very close to being halfway through the season now. And what a season it has been. It's been a spicy one, that is for sure. And let's see here. We have some updates that are set to come through. That is just our agent congratulating on our accolades. But let's see if we get any of these updates. Oh, no.
Right, I'm afraid to say that we've had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, and the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
We're going to do that straight away, because it could prove very important. We do get one update heading into Canada, though. Although it's not going to do much for us in terms of overall pace. It is a durability upgrade, but those are necessary as well. Speaking of durability, though, we might need to take a new component heading into the next race. What is the wear on this one? I mean, we could maybe take a new turbo. I don't think that would do too badly. How far are we into the season now? Canada. I mean, I don't think it's going to be necessary with the... We can take a new gearbox, that's for sure. With the other components, I think we're going to leave it. I'm just going to do it like that. And what does it do for the standings? That's what I also wanted to have a look at. Lando Norris takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship by 10 points to his teammate. And then you have Max Verstappen lurking in the shadows behind them and ready to pounce as soon as one of them slips up. As for us, we're still in P7. We have 53 points to our name. And it doesn't look like we're going to be catching the Ferrari pairing of Hamilton and Leclerc. I'm not aiming for that either. But at the moment, we are keeping ahead of Antonelli and Tsunoda. So that is quite nice. As for the constructors, we are also doing really nicely, actually. Williams obviously getting that podium really helped them, and Alpine with that double points finish. They are currently sitting 30 points behind us. And then ourselves, we are just... What are we ahead? We are 14 points ahead of Williams. So the gap shrinking a little bit to the competition behind. And we do need to start relying on our teammate, hopefully. That would be very nice if that could actually happen. But there we go, another great Grand Prix from our side of the garage. It looked like it was going to be a double points finish, but it looked like there was something that went wrong with Ollie's car, and he ended up having to make 2 extra stops. Really unfortunate, but another good points haul. We could have had more, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. But I mean, still, P7, it's a good race, considering that we started all the way down in 14th. So, we can be proud of our performance, I think, so far this season. And we have had some decent races in the last couple of Grand Prix. And hopefully we can keep that trend going into round 10, which is the Canadian Grand Prix. And not quite sure what to expect from this one. Canada always throws up a good race, I feel like, and I mean, the real-life Canadian Grand Prix was no different, so hopefully we can have a similar situation in our round 10 of the championship. And if you don't want to miss that, I would highly suggest that you like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure that you tune in. I am probably going to live stream again tomorrow, and then going into the 3rd is obviously when we have the release of the F1 26 DLC, which we are going to be covering. We're going to be taking a look at it and looking in depth, seeing what it's all about, what are the features, and just exploring a bit. And then also make sure that you mark your calendars for June 11th, I think it was, because we are going to be doing another coverage of an update that is highly anticipated, this time on Gran Turismo 7, because we are getting a hypercar drop with the Ferrari, the BMW, Peugeot and Porsche hypercars coming to that game, and I'm definitely one who's looking forward to that. So we're going to be checking that out as well. And then who knows, we might be starting our F1 26 single-player career mode pretty soon as well. After the release, I can't promise anything. So there's plenty of things to look forward to. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And until we see each other again, I wish you all a blessed day and goodbye.